Hello? Ugh. Could you hear me that whole time? Sorry, I didn't know if you could hear me that whole time. I had something in my mixer. Ooh, I need that spec plug. I really hope you guys can hear me that whole time. You're talking and it wasn't even out, so okay. I wasn't talking the whole time. You can hear me now though? Fuck! Okay. God damn it. Alright, well, my puppy found the power cord to my desk, and everything is plugged into my desk. So he unplugged it and streamed fresh. So we're gonna start this over. I gotta redo the intro because most likely that video is corrupted since my game crashed. So I'm gonna show you guys the computer spawns and the tool spawns, as well as some of the loose spawns. The new pup's name is Nanawe. If you have seen Suicide Squad, that's the name of the shark, and he's just we call him a derpy little land shark, so that's where Nanawe comes from. I said it earlier, but you guys obviously couldn't hear me, so I'm going to speed through all the actual looting of like the computers. Make sure I stop and show you the make sure I stop and show you the comments on the loose spawns though. AP20 is always high. Got shot at the first time too. But yeah, his name is Nanawe. A little land shark. Biting my feet, so I had to kennel him. That's what you guys missed earlier too, is I was making my way over here and he was biting my feet, so I had to stop in the middle of the fucking area. And now, yeah, now he's gonna be whining. But that is on him. Sometimes you gotta learn not to bite people's feet. I know, bud. Daddy's mean. I'm gonna go check this other room. Again, good loose loot over here. Insert flashback here. Make sure you're looting the right wall because there's some good spawns. You know, look at the streamer item, which apparently I need. Grab this water for later. Want that Veritas pick. Which again, apparently I need. So, huge. Alright. Let's get back to it. First things first, we look for... Sorry? Cowboy hat? No. Cowboy hat? No. I also need ski masks. Where's he coming from? Somebody just shot me. this is me deviating off the path because I gotta look for scab stuff. If you want to check in here, there's usually a toolbox or two. There can be a spawn under these stairs, spawn right here. Usually just the two that I check, and then I always check the body because check there, and actually I just saw the other one right there. Oh my god, another Ronin respirator. Ammo. The 3 toolboxes in here. This side of the map is mostly computers though, so like don't worry too much about the other stuff. I'll show you when we really start looking at that. And then, so there's that computer outside that's kind of people might not know about. Then there's this one right here in front of the main desk. I have an extensive organizational system, and I can kind of go through that here in a second for people. Give me 2 seconds. That's kind of it, huh? So anything that I have marked with this little task symbol means that it's typically less than 30,000 either on the market or to traders. Anything that's marked with a star means that I haven't grabbed at this sell yet. It's an unknown, but it's something that I can sell. I'm not trying to hold on to it. Same with these. The star basically means that I was holding on to it and I got everything I needed. So anything that's unmarked, I also haven't checked to see if it's worth selling. And then anything that has the equipment is sell specifically to the market. It's more expensive to sell on the market, or more valuable to sell on the market than it is to traders. And I don't think I've picked anything up yet, but anything that has a barter symbol is like sell to traders. It's not worth on the market, but it's still more than 30k per item slot. And then, of course, anything with a hideout symbol means that I need it. And I'll get moments where I am playing this game enough that I'm like, okay, I gotta grab this. Where I'll go through and see what I need for like everything for the rest of my tasks, for the rest of the hideout, and go through and like organize my boxes. And I can go through more of that later as well, but it's kind of a double whammy video, I guess, showing you guys the loots and some organizational ideas. I believe there's 3 computers in here. I'm going to go ahead and show you all the computers on this side of the street. We're not going to go to the other side of the street. That's where all the fighting typically happens, as you can hear. Lanka, and I think there's a computer here. Yeah. Go up top, it's not worth it. There are some toolboxes and tool spawns down below here. You see a couple tool spawns there. Be like check up top, but toolbox here. I feel like I do find quite a few like sledgehammers here. good med spawns on the way. I'll show you guys those. There's only a few med spots on ground zero, and we'll pass 2 of them, possibly 3 of them here. 3 of them. I'm not really gonna loot this area. I'll loot these over here though. Show you guys these. There's possibility of 3 boxes here. A couple of them have rations, and then a couple of them are meds. So, as we can see, I'm getting full. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop everything that I don't need. So anything that has this, we're going to drop first. Oh yeah, I forgot I changed it. I did just drop a star item, which I'll go back and try and grab. What it was, PCP. Caps. Okay. So I'll go through. I'll drop everything that I don't need. Things that I know are like just not worth selling. I don't think I have anything in here for that. Oh, I do have a PCB. We'll run with that for now. Chances are I'm going to empty out other things as well. The next thing I'll empty out is probably things to sell in the market. I don't need the money right now, and I'd rather get a good idea of some of the other things that I'm looking for. Tidbit, there is usually a toolbox or a tool spawn here. So you get the cac tape toolbox. Those spark plugs are huge. I mean, there's 2 gas analyzers I think already this raid, and that's a big one that people usually struggle with off the rip. There are 3 computers behind this desk, so keep that in mind. There's 2 actually underneath the desk. I'll grab it. What I might do too, so like, I forget to update my hideout stuff and end up with way more of an item than I need. Yeah, and there's like, you know, a lot of that is just playing the game. So here's this 3rd computer, easy to miss on the top of these boxes. But yeah, a lot of that I think is just playing the game and like being like, oh yeah, I know, I remember I need a lot of these. Or I think my biggest complaint that I have with myself, and I'm not gonna loot everything here, but what we're gonna do is when you get to this point, go ahead and go left here. I'll explain why as well. You're gonna want to come over here so that we got, I think it's 2 med spawns and then a couple of toolbox spawns. So this is a good place to look for meds on ground zero. There can be, I think it's a toolbox spawn here as well as over here. Yeah. I'm gonna grab that battery. And then I do like to search these big boxes. Sometimes you can get some nice stuff, like, you know, this helmet. I would grab it. I like my Ronin. I don't have headphones on. I'd probably like insurance fraud, whatever I was wearing. But always with the bodies, a couple of weapon crates, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and we're gonna go left. This box back here is, I think, always up. I don't think I've ever seen this box not up. Empty. There's a safe right here that I don't know if a lot of people know about. And so this is that barter item. Bake Easies don't sell the greatest on the market, but they're a 2-slot item and they sell for quite a bit of USD to Peacekeeper, so it's a good way to make USD easy. There are 3 toolbox spawns in here. Okay. Yeah? What? Saying he needs to go out? He's just in the kennel, love. I just took him out. Okay. We're full here again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here. Let me take out some of this stuff real quick. I want to keep like, so you see how everything in here is hideout? This is the stuff that we're keeping. So I'm gonna take things that are not hideout out of here, fill it with anything that's hideout in some of these other boxes. So like this is a hideout item, hideout item. Here. Any hideout items in here? I don't think I do. But what I'm going to do is, so everything in here, oh, hideout item. Everything in here is not hideout. It is something that we know is going to be sold. So we're going to keep these. Anything that we know is going to be sold for a high price. Everything else, we're like, I'm trying to find it. You could say I'm finding the value of it. Oh. Just knock something off my desk. Don't worry about it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep one of every item. So like I've got one hose here. I don't have another hose. I got screw here though. So like we'll get rid of that screw. I can keep one screw. T-plug, it's the only one. Strikes, I think that's the only one I have. HDs, so like we don't need all those HDs. Keck tape, we can get rid of some of those. Wilson's. Roxam. AA batteries. And like some of this stuff I know is going to be asked, but for the purpose of the video, we'll keep it. M-tape, you know, we only need one cord. RAM, we only need one. Tape, we only need one. Caps, we only need one. So like we'll keep this stuff for now. Cords, what do we say? We only need one. Plexiglass, we'll keep. Tape we already have, and magnets we want. Perfect. And so now we've created some more space for ourselves. I want the Solanka, because I know it's going to sell. Take this Solanka out. Anything else in here that's like selling? Okay. Obviously, I'm going to try and grab what like I can grab. I already have that. I'm going to drop it. So we're not going to pick up anything that has that task item on it because it's not worth it for me anymore. Hey, thanks for the likes, call sign. I gotta see how much time I got left. Going a little slow just because I'm explaining things. So there can be a toolbox spawn here. Then the last one's gonna be right here. So I know we don't need the tape because we already got it. Alright. So you get this stuff, you grab that safe. Now here is the... I'm gonna ignore that. I like to loot everything I see. It's kind of a problem sometimes. We're gonna go towards the... Hey, thanks, call sign. That's awesome. That's huge. Proper mule is what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna go show you guys my tool route. This is the route I take to get toolboxes and stuff. All these the equipments, tools. I gotta really try my best. So honorable mention, and I'll cut to this in my video. There is a tipped over. There's not too much to this right. If you're going in through the middle, under here doesn't have a lot of stuff. Like, I would usually avoid it if I wasn't making a video. But I do want to show an honorable mention of a spawn place, and it's this tipped over dumpster. you'll get quite a few things that can spawn here. Like, I know this PGW, I've already got one. I'm gonna keep this one. I know it sells for a lot. Got a tube here. Here's that WD-40 you were looking for. Saw something else. No, Vash. And like, I'm gonna drop these because I don't need them, but yeah, honorable mention, that dumpster. So that's what this game is. It looks semi-familiar to me, but I can't. So this is Escape from Tarkov, extraction looter shooter. Very similar to a couple other games that are out right now. What's it? Delta? It's Delta? No. I can't think of the other ones right now, but pretty hardcore looter shooter game. It's like a realistic looter shooter, I guess you could say. In here, not a whole lot of stuff. Take these Bulbexes, because Bulbexes are hot as fuck. Yeah, they recently updated to a new engine, and so they've been putting out some decent updates, and I'm making a video right now. So next spot you're gonna come over here is a couple of crates. There can be up to 3 crates spawned, 4 crates spawned. There can be 1 right there, I believe, and then 3 over here. But yeah, they've been putting out some decent updates, and they plan on releasing 1.0 here soon. Fleece. I'm gonna try and go a little bit quicker here just because of the time. After that, you want to come over here, and here's where the loose spawns start to come into play. You always want to check if you see any sort of skid, pallet, whatever you want to call it. That's where you want to check it. I know I don't need those, but like another skid you want to check. There's a screwdriver there. I hope it helps out. Thank you so much. Toolbox there. This is typically going to have tools on it as well. And it's empty. But yeah, I mean, always check the skids. What I'll do, so you want to come over, what you want to do is you want to come over here. Before you come up here, finish checking down here. So this truck can have loot in it. There's one more spot over here that can have loot. So a little toolbox can spawn here. There can be a box that spawns right here. Weird SSAP spawn. They get those. Some loose items I think can spawn here, and then there can be yeah, there's a bag that spawns right here. Grab those polos. Next you're gonna want to do, again, check out this stuff. Like, look, another PGW, that's huge. WD-40. No, that's what my buddy needs. What is there? Peroxam inside the fucking thing. Check out those skids. This truck can have a few spawns on top of the truck. So there's a screwdriver there. There's keg tape over here. I'm gonna grab. Trying to remember